Guys, welcome to Swing Shack's tip of the month. Cool. So this month we're going to be talking about how to stay connected in the backswing and in the downswing, so we can get rid of any sort of unnecessary movements in the start of the downswing. A lot of amateurs that we see, kind of when they get to the top here, with them trying to turn, what they do is they kind of pull the club across. So we kind of see a lot of that happening. If you look at it from this angle, there's a lot of pull that happens, so the club comes across the line over the top, and then it's very steep and out to in, and then obviously we create that big ugly slice. Also creates inconsistency in terms of where you're striking it. So if you have one of these elastic bands at home, we use TheraBands over here, but what we do is we put it behind our back and we put it through our fingers just like that, so through your thumbs, hook it in nicely, take your normal grip, and all you're trying to do is create a little bit of tension so your arms are straight. You can see it won't allow me to pick the club up. It will probably make me pull it inside, so you just got to be aware of that. But all we're trying to do here is we're going to try and create tension, rotate to waist height with our hips and our sort of chest back to the camera this way, make sure the club stays outside the hands, and then from there we're just going to work on turning hips and chest through. So we'll look like this. We're going to go right hip, right shoulder to here, left hip, left shoulder through. It's going to eliminate any sort of hand movement, unnecessary wrist and face movements through the ball. It's going to be very tricky to get used to, but once you get used to that feeling, it's going to ensure that when we hit the normal shot that we're not going to be able to go that way with the hands. We're just going to rely on the body to rotate, the gravity to pull the club down the plane, and nice and straight into the back of the ball, which should give us a much more consistent strike. Okay. And then once we've hit a couple of those, we're going to try and create the same feeling. So triceps nice and close to the chest, arms nice and straight. Just do little half swings, so right hip, right shoulder, left hip, left shoulder. So the nice thing about this drill is you can do this anywhere with the band. Obviously, if you're just doing like 20 to 30 of those every day, it's just going to create that feeling. Like I say, build it up, hit a few with the band. 20 a day is enough. Transition into half swings where you're trying to feel exactly the same feeling as you get with the band. And then when you do increase to the full swing, there's obviously going to be a little bit of hinge in that elbow, but we're not going to get excessive with wrist hinge or picking the elbow up. Keep that squeeze between the tricep and the chest, and it should look something like this, where you can see everything is nice and close together. We don't have that right elbow out, and we don't have excessive wrist hinge. And what that'll do is it'll create a nice solid base for you to turn around, less manipulation of club face, which will mean you'll have straighter shots but also better struck shots. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you. We'll see you next month.